So you don't go asking people, and brands will be going after you and not the other way around. It looks like you're struggling. Honestly, even reading it now, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming that someone would call you out like that, because that you're pretty much saying to that person is, I told you so. It looks like you're struggling. It looks like you're failing. Did you really need to remark? Did you though? Because you've done nothing. First of all, for booking record, for anybody who cares, I'm not struggling, even if they were bad. Let's say my finances were bad, sis. Don't give up, and anybody who's telling you, well, you shouldn't have done it, well, I told you so, cut them off quick, sis, because that energy is going to do nothing but help you fail quicker. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I am Mimi Just Doing Me, and I am back home in England, Hampshire. Oh, it's been so good, because if you guys know, I was in Nigeria, I was in Africa for a little while, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I was quite sick, very sick actually, at the end of my trip. So it's been like a few days before I felt like up to actually filming something and getting back on YouTube. Still got loads of content to edit, but we will get on that. But today I'm actually going out to catch up with some friends now that I'm back home, and it's a very lovely day in England, guys. It's absolutely stunning. I think it's going to be 26 degrees, which for us is a lot. So we're going to go out for drinks in the pub garden, so I'm going to get ready for that. But I thought, kill two birds with one stone, so it's going to be a get ready with me while I do my makeup. But it's really just chatting to you guys about a topic that, you know, it's been on my mind recently. I'll explain why in a bit, but let me actually start on my face. Let's prime. I'm using the Sleek Mattifying Primer. Hey guys, so I'm back and I've used a bit of primer off camera, and I'm ready to start on my face. Sort my hair afterwards. So for my face, I always use L'Oreal True Match Standard. But basically, yeah, the topic that I wanted to talk about today, guys, are bad mind people, bad mind friends. In my specific instance, bad mind subscribers, really. So basically, people that are your friends or apparently mean well or have good intentions, they're meant to be looking out for you, but the sort of people that just make you doubt yourself, like, oh no, I wouldn't do that. Oh, are you sure that's the right thing for you? Are you sure you can make that work? Are you sure you've got this? Are you sure? Like, please, bad energy, stay far, far away. So maybe about, was it 2 weeks ago, or let me see, can't remember exactly, I'd probably say about 2 weeks ago, maybe just at the start of my holiday, I woke up one morning and I saw a comment from one of my subscribers, which I'm not gonna even lie, it triggered me a lot. Like, I see comments all the time that I'm not that keen on, not that, you know, interested in, and I just ignore them, or I block them, or I delete them if there's something like they're being really offensive. It takes a lot for me to block you. You would have to be extremely offensive for me to block you. Most of the time, if I don't like a comment, I'll just ignore it, or I'll delete it if I really don't like it. But that day, this specific comment really hit me in my feelings. I'll probably flash it on the screen, but I will block out the person's handle, because it's really not an attack on that individual person. I think maybe sometimes a lot of people do this without really realizing the impacts of their words, and maybe, you know, a lot of times it is from a place of good intention, but I really feel like you have to be so cautious before you tell somebody that there is something they can or cannot do. Now I'm just gonna finish off my face and I'm gonna read you guys the message. So I'm going to read you guys the comment, and then I'm going to do my concealer. But basically, this lady, the thing is, like, she's been on my channel for a while, and the thing about me is, I know you guys that comment a lot. I know you guys that have nothing but positive things to say. I know you guys that sometimes just be throwing shade all the time. You know, I recognize that, and most of the time she's got pretty nice things to say, and she comments a lot, which makes me think she watches a lot of my content. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt when I see a comment. And a lot of people, I do that, because some of the stuff I'm like, oh, I don't know how they meant that. But I'll choose to believe, you know, that they didn't mean it in any negative way. So I'm like, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But the comment that day was like, everybody wants to be influencers. This is true. A lot of people do, not everybody, but a lot of people do now. That's why people should make sure they've got the followers and views before quitting their jobs. So you don't go asking people, and brands will be going after you and not the other way around. It looks like you're struggling. Honestly, even reading it now, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming that someone would call you out like that, because I feel like that's what she was trying to do. I felt like she was trying to call me out, saying, you know, I wanted to be an influencer just like everybody else, and I've quit my job without having the views or subscribers or whatever, and now I'm struggling because, you know, I'm chasing brands and I'm asking people to follow me on Instagram, which is really what the crux of that video was. Follow me on Instagram and sponsor, so I can get sponsorships on Instagram. So, whew, that pulled me out of my feelings. I'll put my comment up on the screen, but it was so long, I'm not gonna really read it. But this really triggered me, not gonna lie to you. And the reason it triggered me was because even if I am struggling, even if that's the case and that's what you're seeing, please tell me how your comment is going to help me. Please tell me what that comment you've just taken time out of your day to write that's made me feel really shit about myself. Please tell me how that is going to help me, how that's going to benefit me, how that's going to help me fix the problem. What did you give me there as a solution to fix it? Did you say, don't worry, Mimi, you know, this is what you can do to grow your Instagram numbers, this is what you can do to you know, nothing, absolutely no constructive criticism there, no constructive, you know, actions to take, just, you shouldn't have done it, this is why you shouldn't have done it, you don't have the numbers, you don't have the and that's where I draw an issue with, because whether or not it's coming from a place of negativity, you'll never really know, because I'm not in the mind of that person. But where the only thing that you're pretty much saying to that person is, I told you so, looks like you're struggling, looks like you're failing. Did you really need to remark? Did you though? Because you've done nothing. You've literally done nothing but maybe point out something that you thought was obvious. So what was the actual point? I see zero positivity there, which is why I chose to believe it was from a negative place. And not just that though, because when I put it up on my community section, a lot of you guys were like, well, I don't see that she said anything that bad. I don't think, you know, she's being negative. I don't think it's coming from a negative place. You know, it's just her opinion. And I had to go back, because obviously for me, as I said, I see my comments. I read most of them. Even if I don't comment back to most of them, I read most of my comments. I gotta know who I got a black. So let me finish this. So when I saw her comment, I knew straight away that was not the first time that girl had commented, because I replied to a few of her previous comments, and I'd seen some previous ones as well that I didn't reply to. So people that were like, oh, she's not trying to be negative, I went back and I got you the receipts, so you guys could see for yourself that this specific lady had, in the last 3 videos I'd done in that 1 month, had been there commenting. Let me just read out the stuff. I think I screenshotted it. Okay, so the first time I saw her commenting something like this, she wrote, I would make sure I'm earning a good amount from YouTube. This is my announcement that I quit my job video. She wrote, I would make sure I'm earning a good amount from YouTube before I quit. It seems like everybody wants to be a full-time YouTuber without working in the real world. Saw that. Just decided not to respond, take the high road, because I'm sorry, but how do you know how much I'm earning from YouTube when you're saying you'd make sure I'm earning a good amount? I don't remember sharing my financial statements with you. But then she comes back with the quip, everybody wants to be a full-time YouTuber instead of working in the real world. Shade, 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 shade all over the place. We caught it. Okay, I ignored it. Next video, this is bold. I would make sure I at least make sure I have the views before making YouTube my full-time career. Thank you very much. I heard you the last time, but okay. That way I don't have to tell people to watch. So at this point, I'm like, okay, like, this woman seems to feel very strongly about this, so let me just speak to her. And I've replied to her, babe. I was like, hey, how many views do you reckon are needed? I didn't do my lips. So I asked her, how many views do you reckon are needed first? My views have always been very good. I've always been very bold too. And she goes, Justin, me, your videos barely make 5k. I'm just basing it on other YouTubers with much more views. I would make it my career when I have consistent views of at least 10k. Shade, negativity, damn near hate at this point. I'm like, what? How you gonna come for me like that? First of all, my videos do 5k pretty easily, usually within the first week. Don't trip, don't be a hater. And she's basing it on what other YouTubers say. Sorry, but YouTubers do not have a we all earn this much. No, I've said several times I earn more money than a lot of guys bigger than me. It's just the way it goes. There's a lot of factors that go into that. So if you really don't know, again, you literally have zero idea of how much I make. Just you know, because it really ain't your business, boo. It really is not. You don't have to be that triggered. All right, we're blending. Okay, so after she came for me about my videos making barely 5k and my subscribers being low and whatever inconsistent, I replied back saying I make more money off YouTube than a lot of channels that are bigger than mine. Lucky for me, YouTube checks aren't based on views but your audience watching your ads. Don't worry about me, sis. I'm the only one who knows how much I actually earn from this, and I know my bills will definitely be paid. So in my opinion, I took the higher ground again because I've seen her quite a few times on my channel. Again, still trying to give this woman the benefit of the doubt. I didn't come for her. I didn't block her. I just said, you don't gotta worry because I've seen your comments a few times. You don't gotta worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. Okay, come till the faithful day. This is the third video in the space of just a few weeks that my girl commented on. And it was, oh wait, no, she's not finished. So after I said that to her about she doesn't have to worry, my bills will definitely be paid, she's like, I know it's based on ads because you always ask us to watch the ads. Other YouTubers with a lot of views, that's more chances of people watching the ads. Don't ask their viewers to watch ads. I was just curious because if I can make a living with 2,000 views from YouTube, maybe I should do it too. This girl is trying to come for my neck at this point. You know, and I'm like, look, if I ask you to watch an ad and you don't want to watch it, did I come through your screen to make you? No, I asked you to watch an ad because it means I can do less sponsored videos. It means that my whole channel doesn't become sponsored content. It means I can pay my bills. It means I can create the quality content I want to create. I can do more travel vlogs. That's why I ask you to watch it. Obviously not everybody who watches my channel watches my ads or supports my channel like that. It really doesn't matter. It's the people that do I'm really grateful for. I can't make anybody watch an ad, but of course I can ask. Every business will ask for their customers to patronize them, and this is a business at the end of the day. If you don't get that, your problem. I feel no qualms whatsoever about asking people to support me because I know the people that will support me are the people that want to see me win. I can't make anybody else support me, so I'm talking to those people. You don't want to watch my ads, you don't want to, you know, hear me asking to watch ads, you can go elsewhere. It's a bit I never really understand. Like, if you've got a problem with the type of content someone creates or something they're doing on their channel, you can go elsewhere because that's not going away. I still got bills to pay. So it's like asking people to watch the ads, not something I'm going to stop doing, because since I've done a few videos about doing that, I see more influencers educating the audience about how they earn money on YouTube and asking the audience to watch some ads. So if anything, it's only going to really get worse because of me, because now people know that's how they're earning their money and they're asking the audience to support them. Boy, it's hot in this room. I have to put my fan on for a little bit, guys. Sorry. So after that her last comment about, you know, I would make sure I had at least 2,000 views consistently, which by the way, I'm just like, what, 2,000 views? Where are you pulling out these numbers from? No, she wished I'd had more than 2,000 views consistently before. I was just like, girl, bye. And I just stopped responding to her because I was like, look, I've told her what I needed to tell her, that I'm fine. My finances are good. You don't gotta worry. She's still trying to tell me I ain't got the money. So I'm like, okay, well, that's you, boo. So by the time I did this other video, and then she comes at me again with the comment I read first, everybody wants to be influencers. That's why you should make sure you got the followers and the views, blah, blah, blah. Looks like you're struggling. I absolutely kicked off. I was like, what? Excuse me? Where from? Looks like I'm struggling. First of all, for the fucking record, for anybody who cares, I'm not struggling. In fact, the month May is the most successful month I've ever had on YouTube. I didn't have the biggest views on my YouTube channel, but sponsorship wise, I earned far more money in May than I've ever earned before on my YouTube channel. So the looks like you're struggling thing is complete bullshit. Again, a little reminder that you have absolutely no idea about my finances, because if I'm asking people to follow me on Instagram so I can get my Instagram checks up, doesn't mean YouTube's not going well. It doesn't mean that my other sources of income aren't going well. Overall, when businesses, the way business works, let me give you a breakdown. You've got, you know, let's say Fenty. So Fenty has their lingerie line, they've got their sportswear line, and they've got the makeup line. Overall, Fenty as a parent company will set targets for each of those lines. If the underwear line isn't performing, but the makeup and the sportswear are absolutely killing it, smashing over, going over target, guess what? Fenty is sitting pretty and they're doing just fine. But does that mean that Fenty are going to be like, yeah, lingerie line, keep doing badly? No, they're going to be like, lingerie line, step your game up, get your ish together. That's how businesses work. Doesn't mean I'm struggling, doesn't mean my finances are bad, but even if they were bad, let's say my finances were bad, sis, I have already taken the leap. I have already quit my job. So your comments are doing nothing but giving me anxiety, making me feel bad about myself and stressing me out. Because seeing those comments after I quit my job for a while was giving me anxiety, was making me doubt myself. And I was just like, no, F this. Nobody gets to make me doubt myself. Before I made that decision, I thought about it, I prayed on it, and I made the decision. So you stranger on the internet who has zero idea how much I make, how my business works, what my targets are, you don't get to tell me that I'm struggling. Okay? Getting all hot and bothered. Breathe, Mimi, breathe. Alright, contour your nose. Fucking hot. Oh, I can't believe this is the UK, guys. I love you so much. So guys, I think after I put all the screenshots together, I think it became very evident to everyone that this person did not have good intentions. Once, maybe I'm gonna let you off the hook, but 3, 4, 5, 6 different comments about how I shouldn't have done this. Sis, you're tripping. You need to mind your own business, because even if I'm struggling, if you're not coming at me with a solution to help me, you should not be coming at me at all, because that is why people put fake lives and fake shit out there, because nobody wants to see the truth and the reality, which is that when you start a business, a lot of the times you will be struggling at the start, and that is okay. That is perfectly acceptable. That is a natural, you know, state before you get to success. There is nothing wrong with struggling. What makes struggling difficult is people that will call you out on the fact that things aren't going exactly to plan. People that will kind of just point at you while you're failing without offering to help. People that will kind of just laugh at your misfortune. And I have zero tolerance for that, zero time for that, okay? If you are struggling to make ends meet, if you started a business and it's not going quite, you know, the way you planned. Don't give up. And anybody who's telling you, well, you shouldn't have done it, well, I told you so, cut them off quick, sis, because that energy is going to do nothing but help you fail quicker. What you need are people in your corner that are going to be like, don't worry, you've got this. This is a natural stepping stone to success. And I've always had that. As I said before, my parents always told me that there is nothing I couldn't do. You know, if I would go to the jungle gym at the playground and there'd be a really high jungle gym, you know, other kids' parents would be like, no, I think maybe you should go for the slides, you know, you might hurt yourself. My mum would be like, no, go. And if I fell and hurt myself, she's like, okay, good, we'll try again tomorrow. That's how I was raised. It was nothing that you couldn't do. You would keep failing till you got it right and you got better at it. And that's how you raise strong children who believe that the world is their oyster and they can achieve anything. If you're one of those people that is always like, I'm not sure you have the qualifications, don't think you should go for that job, or but do you really have the experience? Look, what did Bill Gates say? If you go for a job and you're not qualified enough, tell them you are, accept the job, and then learn how to do it afterwards. Okay? Who cares if you're not qualified? Who cares if you don't really have all your ish together? Get the job, get it done, figure it out later. Okay? And I really do not have time for bad mind people like that. If you have people like that in your life, cut them out or put them at a distance, because you do not need to be hearing that stuff at the back of your mind when you're wanting to take a risk, when you're wanting to try something new, when you're wanting to step out of your comfort zone. You do not need to be hearing the people telling you, well, I wouldn't do that. Are you sure that's a smart move? I'm not saying you can't get good advice from people. You know, if my friend says, oh, I want to start a business, I'd be like, okay, but have you considered this? Have you saved enough in case things don't go right? Have you done this? I would say this beforehand. Once she started it, my mouth is only opening to help her succeed. It's only opening to give her supporting advice. My mouth will never open to be like, well, sis, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. You're not a friend. You're not positive. You've got nothing but negative. Sit down. Sit your ass down at home. Thank you very much. And I know I spoke about a subscriber for most of this video, but I do have a friend. Really slowed down on the makeup, haven't we? Okay, let me do my lips, and that way I'll feel a bit more caught up. I do have a friend that last year, when I found out that I had that troll group that had a forum or something dedicated to me, I sent the link to like a group chat with my very close friends. I sent it to them, and like most of them were like, oh wow, like that's fucked up, and that's, you know. And then one of my friends was like, well, maybe you should quit YouTube, because I only see it getting worse and worse. Maybe you should just quit. And fair enough, I know that that friend would never really have, you know, a bad mind. It would never really be coming from a place of hate, but I just wasn't here for that. And honestly, our friendship really has not been the same since. When we see each other, it's very cordial, because I did call her out on it. I was like, look, you do not tell me to ever give up on my dream or ever give up on my goals. Like, don't even do it. Don't even start typing those words saying, well, it's not going to get better, maybe you should just quit. Because people like that will have you quitting right before a breakthrough. Because I was where, I didn't even know where I was. Maybe 11,000 subscribers. I can't, you know, remember exactly, but around 11,000 subscribers at the time. If I had quit, would I have got to 17,000? You know, at the time I was earning less than 20% of what I'm earning now from YouTube. You know, my views weren't as strong as they are now. Don't quit before your blessing. Don't quit before your breakthrough, you know. Just because it's hard doesn't make it mean it's not worth it, okay? So remove that energy from your life, because these type of people can really hold you back, whether or not they mean to, or whether or not they're just looking out for you. I don't care. Don't ever tell me there's anything in this life, you know, that I can't do. Because so far I ain't met none that I can't do, apart from rocket scientists and shit like that. But you know, okay, so yeah, that's my advice, guys. So I'm not really gonna finish this look up and come back and show it to you guys, because it really wasn't, I was just trying to kill two birds with one stone and multitask. So I'm gonna end this video here, finish up everything, and then I've got to film another one, and then get out there and enjoy this amazing heat that is literally melting my wig off. I hope this can help somebody, and I hope this can put things into perspective for people that obviously want to offer their opinions unsolicited. Nobody asked you, didn't come and ask you if I thought it was a good idea, whether or not you would have done it. Like, chill. Bad energy, stay far away. I'm Mimi of Just Do Me. You guys can do anything you set your mind to, anything you set your heart to. We're looking good, we're feeling good. Catch you next one. Oh, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I hope you watch some ads. Besos. You guys don't know what I'm saying when I say that, do you? I'm saying kisses in Espanol.
And I'm a star. I been believe, mama, me I get paid you. No retreat, no surrender. I wanna the rules of the game. No retreat, no surrender. My brother, keeping your head up high is the way. I wanna say thank you to my fans, Tori Kwangwami. God bless my fans, so Tori Kwangwami, daddy. No matter what the country says, all I do is win. No matter what the hustle says.